Did you know that watoto wa CBC wanaenda kwa labs za high school, the local high schools, to learn? And these local high schools do not have labs themselves. And in cases where they do have labs, these labs are few and under-equipped. Look at it like this. The CBC Pioneer class, so you wameingia junior high school. And in junior high school, these children are being housed in primary schools. Traditionally, Kenyan public schools do not have labs. They do not have art equipment. They do not have musical equipment. Now, the CBC curriculum requires that educational facilities have all of this. Ndio hawa watoto wafunzwe vizuri. Na hizi vitu haziko. So whenever they have lessons that require labs or specialized equipment or stuff, they go to local high schools, which are under-equipped and understaffed themselves. So what are we doing? Sisi kama wazazi, sisi as Kenyans, have we sat down and realized these children are halfway into the first term of their studies as junior high students, but they're probably not getting the right quality education as the curriculum requires. Mumekaa chini mkafikiria such a thing is happening right now, ama nyinyi mnafuata siasa enye haitusaidii? I'm going to imagine that after all these years in junior high school, the kind of students that we are going to produce for high school. Because what is the point of including all these rosy things into the curriculum? Music, art and what, and the complex sciences that require labs, and not provide this to the learners. Tunafanya nini? It's like we are playing games with these children's lives. But wazazi wa hao watu ni nyinyi tu, wewe, you that is watching, those are your children. Watoto wenu wako pale nje wanateseka. Nyinyi mko tu hapa. Nobody is putting the government to task. Serikali imenyamaza tu. Siasa inaendelea tu as usual. Classrooms have not been built. Nobody is looking at the welfare of these students. The only thing that has been done ni uniforms zimeshonwa mpya, mtoto amepatiwa long. How does that improve the quality of education that a child is getting in these institutions? Is this the place? Is it at this juncture that CBC is going to fail? We would like to call these things teething problems, but I want to believe it's just somebody did not do their job right. Somebody did not see the Kenyan learner as important enough to ensure facilities are in place to aid this learner. Juzi ndio walimu walikuwa naandikwa wa CBC. Some of them already, actually a good number of them already in schools. But I know they're also facing this problem where uko hapo unafaa kufunza, but unachukua mtoto amechagua music, anafunzwa music. Anafunzwa gitaa kwa kitabu. Anafunzwa gitaa kwa kitabu. What's the point? What is the point? Okay? So if we do not put the government at task, if we do not speak up for the sake of our children, at the end of junior high, watatoka bure. Watatoka bure. Okay? The funny thing is, me, I do not have children. Ikitu, nimekuja kusikizia, I just had some parents complaining about how the kids are struggling moving forth. They're going to have to move forth between, their primary schools where they're being hosted and the high schools. And I thought it was a lie. Then I went online to figure out how the curriculum is designed, and I realized, well, some of these courses, some of these classes actually require labs that do not exist in these primary schools, because the primary school that is next to my house is just a primary school where kids go, wanakaa kwa desk ya mbao na blackboard moja nusu hapo mbele, and they get taught and they leave. So, muko pabaya. If you know your child is in junior high school, or your children are in the CBC curriculum, it is upon you to speak up. Because if you do a spot check all over the country as you're traveling or as you're going through your daily life, you will realize one thing. Private schools are actually equipping themselves to cater to these children. They're doing everything possible. They're building up to standard facilities to cater for these children, right? To cater for the learners. So parents who can afford it are actually sorted. But the mwananchi student, yule mtoto wa Mkenya, yule mtoto wa mwananchi, hayuko sorted. By the time these children are sitting for their final exams in high school, already kids from private schools are disproportionately well learned, well versed with the subject that they are taught in their schools, more than the average child that is from a public school. Then now you go to junior high, and the same thing is working, the same thing is happening, but it is even more stark. It is even more serious now at this level. So what kind of children, what are we doing to these children? We are being unfair to these children because we are imposing them to a system that was not even previously there. But now we've not even equipped the system to handle them.